Hey, what's up, guys? You are watching the Gamestork, and they call me the Gamestork because I deliver. Today, we're talking about just a couple simple things. Does Medieval suck? Does it suck? If you're a fan, is this bad? Also, we're going to talk numbers and some stuff about Fallout 76, which might concern some of you because it's like, what? So to start out this video, this is the longest story of the day. And we put it first because it simply is the longest, as you will tell, okay? Are you ready? Apparently, Medieval is bad, okay? Even back in the day I wasn't really crazy about these games, so them coming up with a remake was something like whatever. I haven't played it personally, so I can't attest to this. I will play it just to make sure, but even back then it was somewhat of a I hate to say it like this because it just seems so critical. There were a lot of things that I liked about it, but it also was kind of just a sucky game to me. Like it was nothing that grabbed me and was like, "Hey, you want to play? You want to play me? Well, come on, man!" So I don't know. It's just apparently it's bad. Critics aren't taking very well to it, and the score is kind of like dropping by the minutes. So yeah. Sorry, guys. Your Metacritic score is going to be terrible. Okay. Moving along, we're going to look at some numbers really quick. Apparently, in the latest hardware sales from Famitsu, which is a obviously Japanese number, it looks like the Switch is on top of the hardware sales at 34,821. A little bit over, 34,000, or you could say a little bit less than 35. You would, some people might say, well, 35,000, that's just not that good. That should be more. It should be more. Well, let's consider the fact that we're pushing through September, right? We're not yet in that season yet. And also that the Nintendo Switch also split its numbers with the Switch Lite, which came in at 19,246. So put together, doing some quick math, that's over 50,000 units for that console, which is above the PS4 Pro, the PS4. PS4 sold just over 4,000, the Pro sold over 3,000, and so on and so forth. So we see like they're way ahead in sales. Way ahead. I mean, come on. Luigi's Mansion is coming out this month too, so you can expect a small boost there. But it looks like Nintendo's kind of doing something right. What surprised me, which I have yet to play, so I haven't even talked about it, right? Started up doing some P90X. It's awesome. It's great. I highly recommend it. The original one, don't get gimmicky. Just do real workouts. And although you can't see it right now, just doing some of these workouts and eating right has got me from 300 pounds down to 252. Working further, that's great. Awesome, right? It takes time. You guys know what I'm talking about. You game, you eat, you snack, and then bada boom, you break 30. And after you break 30, stuff just sticks with you. It doesn't go away. But Nintendo came out with what they believe is the solution to this for us older people called Ring Fit Adventure. And this is literally a game where you strap a Joy-Con to your leg. You have one on this fitness ring, which kind of seems ridiculous. But it does work because it makes you do squats and actual exercises that will get you sore, work you out, work those muscles, and also burn fat. The fun behind this is apparently an RPG game, and although you're walking along a set path, there are different ways to battle. There are a lot, like you could do squats to build up an attack and stuff like that. It's like this weird thing. But the surprising part about it is the numbers. 68,497 units. This is the number one selling game for the month in Japan. That's pretty big. I mean, that's pretty impressive. The fact is, Nintendo wants you to get off the couch. It wants to encourage you to get in shape, take breaks, get outside sometimes, and have a good time. So, go Nintendo, right? Because only they could launch something like this and get it on top of the charts. So, moving along, Fallout 76. Not going to spend a bunch of time on this, but you guys might be a little bit upset by what you're going to hear. If you're one of the people like me who tried Fallout 76 and you're like, this is kind of bad. It's kind of terrible. It doesn't have anything. It's like a skeleton of Fallout, of what it used to be, which I honestly believe Fallout 3 was the best, and it's kind of gone since then. But we're not going to talk about that because that's not what this video is about. Fallout 76, first of all, was bad. There it is. I said it outright. It was bad. Now this thing's launching at $39.99. Okay, so we got the base game at $39.99, and they spent the better part of the year fixing this game with all of its launch bugs, all the things, the shortcomings. They try to listen to people. They wanted to increase the player base. They wanted to honor the player base that had bought in. And guess what? The process still is not finished. This is something that they're working through. This is something they're trying to fix. And really, honestly, what got me and a bunch of other people excited was their new DLC called The Wastelanders, and it looks good. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, this looks good. I want to play. And I got really excited when I saw this because it introduces the NPCs back and branching dialogue and a lot of the options that weren't there before, which made a Fallout game a Fallout game. So I'm like excited. I'm ready to go. I'm pumped. I'm set. And then we find something big out it's just terrible. If you don't know this yet, I'm going to break the news. Okay. So, the delay was anticipated for this game and the rollout of the DLC and all this, but they're discovering another high priority feature that could cost $100 a year, which is kind of a lot. So, one quote being talked about, according to IGN, of one of their Bethesda's vice president of communications, Pete Hines, during an interview with GameSpot, he was talking about this publication and said literally all the DLC, post-launch stuff, everything is going to be free. And he said that's important, that it's going to be free. So he says it's going to be free, and all of a sudden we're seeing a price tag put on this game, the online, playing online, some subscription service that we have, subscription, that we have no idea. You know, like, what the heck? This is all supposed to be free. You're supposed to be able to buy the game and play. Bethesda, like, preempted the quote's resurgence and walked it back. Like, they literally were like, nope, never said it. But yes, you did. You know, you can walk it back all day long, but the reality is you said it was going to be free, and apparently it's not. So a lot of people are really angry about it. And not only are they angry, but even the player base. You know, like, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I'm also a big Sony fan. I like Xbox, but I'm not like an Xbox fanboy. I don't know if you guys have picked that up about me. And I also like the game on PC. My favorite, though, is Nintendo. I love Nintendo. So I'm always going to take up for Nintendo. And I'm always going to just jump out and be like, hey, I'm going to justify what they're doing, even if it's stupid. I did it for the Wii U, even though it was a bad console with great games. And I also did it for the Vita, which is probably my only console I ever bought that I regretted. Because I literally regretted buying that console. It was, it's like no games. Anyway. So a lot of people are mad, and if you ask the fanboys about this, and fangirls, and fan ladies, and women, and whatever, they can't back it up. They're like, yeah, this is kind of messed up, and we're upset about it. If we do have to pay for this, you know, I put it this way: if this happens, and this actually is $100 a year, and this is going to cost them money after being promised that it's not, on top of purchasing a $49.99 game, the base game, maybe if they make the game free to start and then actually pay a subscription service from there, I can understand. But otherwise, this makes zero sense. And it's getting people angry. So my question is, does it make you angry? Yes, you. Right there. Right there. You. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe this video. Very important. A lot of you guys that are watching, at least 60, I think it was 68% when I looked at the analytics. Hey, you're not subbed, so subscribe to this channel. Help me grow to get this content out there. The more subs, the more inspiration, the more videos, the more playthroughs, the more live reactions, and all that good stuff, right? So, really excited to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are amazing. And remember, they call me the Gamestork because I deliver.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.